Hey, what's up, guys? BriarRabbit here, and today I've got a special guest. Who is it?
Your fiance.
That's right. We're doing a dual comm today. We're going to tell a little story about the day we met, or how we met, I guess. So why don't you break into it? You tell it from your perspective. I think it's the more interesting perspective. Because, I mean, what's more interesting than meeting me?
So we were both on eHarmony.
That's right.
Looking for someone special.
Mm-hmm.
And we found each other. I guess we were recommended for each other.
Yeah.
And we set up a date to meet, and it landed on one of the biggest snowstorms.
Not only was it a big snowstorm, but it was also a holiday that we forgot.
That's right. It was Halloween.
So not only did we make our first date on the biggest snowstorm ever in October, but it was also Halloween, which was a nice move. I think it was really a smooth move.
It definitely was a smooth move. It was October of 2011.
Yep.
Yep. And I was definitely nervous.
Yeah, me too. I was totally nervous. So the story is we talked on the phone.
And we texted.
And we decided to meet. And we both kind of forgot that it was Halloween that day that we decided to meet. But it didn't matter much because we were both excited to see each other. So the day before, or the night before, we got this huge snowstorm. And if you don't know, in the Northeast in October, there's still leaves on the trees. So it decimated Connecticut. It just absolutely decimated Connecticut.
It was bad.
So what we did is we found the one restaurant in Connecticut that was still open, and we decided to have a date.
And it was the 99 restaurant. Not the most romantic place to have a first date.
No, but better than a picnic.
Yeah. So I finally show up. I'm about maybe 5 minutes early for the date, and I see this guy who kind of looks like the guy from the pictures on eHarmony, so I guess it's Dave. And
I used pictures of Brad Pitt, so now you know what I look like.
But I walk up and I said, "Are you Dave?"
Mm-hmm.
And you acknowledged the fact that you were. When he was outside playing on his iPhone, waiting for me to show up. He was very early, but he had our table ready, so we went inside.
That's right.
And
I showed up, I think, an hour and a half early to make sure I could get a table.
That's right, because people that wanted to go out to eat that night were just flocking to this town that had power.
Yeah, because if you didn't have power, there was no way for you to eat hot food.
No.
So you had to go out to a restaurant, and there was a lot of people trying to get into restaurants that day.
Yeah, and it was difficult to get tables anywhere you went.
That's right.
There was one town that had their own power grid, so they had power, so we made a date for that place,
right.
And it ended up being the 99. But I think we had a good conversation that night.
We did. I remember being so absorbed in the conversation that I couldn't decide what to order because I couldn't take enough time to look at the menu.
I remember, though, at one point during the conversation,
you
asked me what I did for work, and I tried to explain it to you, and you said, "I'm sorry, I was thinking about Star Wars."
I don't remember that. That didn't happen. That totally is a lie.
But by the end of the night, I think we really wanted to see each other again.
Yeah.
And we set up our next date for like a Thursday, midweek. We couldn't wait to see each other again. So it was a Thursday night date, which was kind of weird, but it worked out.
Yeah.
You know, and you walked me out to my car, which I thought was really sweet, and you asked if you could steal a kiss. And I left that date thinking, I'm definitely going to like this guy.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, so our second date went well, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
We went to actually a wings place for our second date.
We did. We went to a wings place, very laid back, casual.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting at the bar waiting for you to arrive, thinking to myself, I hope I recognize him. I was so nervous I wouldn't recognize you, but the minute you walked in the door, I knew it was you.
I sent you that picture of Viggo Mortensen, who I look just like.
Yes, I'm a big Viggo fan. But that was another good date.
All right, so tell them about our third date, which was the equine affair, right?
Right. So every year, horse enthusiasts go to this. Well, they have them throughout the country, but on the East Coast, we go to Massachusetts to where they have the Big E, and it's called the Equine Affair. And if you're into horses, you know about the Equine Affair. You can shop, go to vendors, watch clinics. It's just an all-out, really good time for people into horses. So I'm really into horses. I have my own horse. Been riding for years, so I figured, it'll be fun. Bring Dave along, show him a little bit into my world, and so we ended up going. And I think his one takeaway message from the whole ordeal:
the place was filled with rich women, rich women, people who can afford horses.
Very, if you're a guy and you're looking to meet women, or even, a young teenage guy, get into horses.
Yeah, it was amazing. I couldn't believe what was going on in this place. And they were all alone. The only men there were carrying bags for the very few women that had guys there. Mostly it was groups of single women spending massive amounts of money in drinking.
Great combination.
Yes, it really was.
So my advice to young men is get into horses, take some lessons, go to the barns, because you're going to meet some really fit, young, wealthy women. You can have a sugar mama.
If I knew now, or if I knew then what I know now, I'll tell you, it would have been a different world. Different world for Dave. All right. That is going to wrap it up. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys liked it. Leave a comment. Hit that like button. You know I like it. And subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks. Bye.